Hey, this is a quick video. Lately, for whatever reason, I've been doing a lot of thinking about my the early days of my career and when I got started in sales and all that stuff. And so, out of the blue, I just started jotting down 11 things that I would tell myself, that I would tell my 25-year-old self, that I would tell myself when I was 25 years old. If I could travel back in time magically, perhaps in a DeLorean, these are the 11, or these are some of the 11 things that I would say to myself when I was 25. So number one is, please, please, please think before you act. Sleep on it, think again, then act. I can't tell you the number of times that I had this great idea in the middle of a run or in the middle of the night, and I came back home and I immediately started implementing. Not a great idea. I've wasted countless hours, money, other resources, attention, focus, and obviously all of that also has an opportunity cost in terms of the other things that you didn't do. One of the things I learned with the years, unfortunately, is that it often pays to wait a little bit in the beginning to make sure, to validate, and then to act if it still sounds like a good idea after a couple of days or even weeks. Number two, success lies where faith meets action. I know there's, in recent years, there's been a lot of attention given to the law of attraction and asking things of the universe. And don't get me wrong, I believe there's a certain validity to that. I believe that it pays to have a vision, it pays to have a focus, it pays to have a certain mindset, it pays to have goals, but unless you take action, that's all going to be for naught. It's not going to be by meditating on the couch or, staring at your vision board all day that you're going to meet your goals. You need to go out there, you need to implement, you need to take action. So the next two are kind of variations on the same theme, and they're related to failure and making wrong moves. So what I found is a wrong move can often be the right thing for you. A wrong move can often be the right thing for you. I made a disastrous step early on in my career. I joined a firm that I knew very little about. I ended up really disliking the corporate culture, disliking the team, disliking the people that I had to work with, their values. And as a result of that, very quickly, I left. Now, initially, I saw that as a failure. I saw that as a wrong move, a wrong step. But what I learned during that period about who I am, what I stand for, the kinds of things that I enjoy, the kinds of cultures and environments that I thrive in, paid off, multiple times over my career. And so sometimes a wrong move can be the absolute right thing. And the other thing I learned was that every success story is built on a foundation of failure. Every success story is built on a foundation of failure. Ask every single entrepreneur whether they've had a hard time, and if they're successful, I guarantee that the answer will be, oh boy, absolutely, right? I certainly have. I mean, there were times when I was not as, successful as I am now. I'm not saying I'm hugely successful. I'm saying I'm doing okay. But there were times when, things were a little bit tough. I've started to see it this way, right? If you want to be successful, a little bit of failure, a little bit of pain, a little bit of heartache is often the price to pay. It's the price of entry. It's the price of the ticket. Unless you're comfortable with that, unless you're willing to go through that, don't become an entrepreneur. Don't get into sales. And then finally, the one thing I learned is you can't do everything yourself. You can't, you shouldn't, it's not a good idea. You need mentors, you need supporters, you need some good people helping you on aspects that you're not very good at. I'm not a detailed kind of person. I need people who do my accounting, I need people who do, video editing, I need people who do my website and all that. I can't. I mean, I could do it, but I'm not good at it. It's not where I should be spending my time. So find yourself, number one, a great mentor. Number two, a couple of really big fans who love what you do. And number three, some great help to help out with the things that you don't like or you're not very good at. Now, there's going to be, these were just 5, but there's going to be a list. I'm going to write a blog post about 11 things I would tell my 25-year-old self, about being successful. So if you want to check that out, I'll put a link down here in the video description. You can go check that out. The full list of 11. I look forward to seeing you in the next video where, as usual, I will be talking about B2B sales again. This was kind of an outlier a little bit. I wanted to do something a little more reflective, but usually my videos are about B2B sales. So if that's your thing, sign up, subscribe, and I'll see you shortly.